that my brain couldn't think of any more horror shit to write. I lied. It did. And part of me is like super fucking excited for this. But when it comes to me and trying to figure out how to write horror, I'm at a loss because it's like my ADHD can only focus on so much, and yet it focuses on like a million different fucking things right now. But like, I'm trying to finish up some Pokemon stories, and then I stumbled upon this, and now I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I have like, that's the thing with my horror stories is that I don't know how to start them, and I don't know how long I want them to go. Because it's like, it's not my typical fan fiction. It doesn't go to 21 chapters or has like a routine structure of how it's supposed to go. This is all brand new shit that I've came up with, and I have yet to have like the full layout, you know. But even if I still have the full layout, it's like I'm not exactly sure how far I want to go with it, and if I want to do like multiple books or not, you know, type of thing. So it's like, what's like a typical like horror story? Is that like what, like 25, 30 chapters? And it's also a thing of like, I gotta make it scary or creepy or bloody and gory, you know? I gotta make it, especially with what I'm trying to work on now, I gotta make it like fucked up. And God knows I know how to do fucked up shit in stories because take a look at this. Yeah. So you saw in my story, if you did or not, that I found these kind of like mutated mutated like Pokemon pictures of kind of like what I figured would be like SCPs, but if they were Pokemon. And somehow my brain was like, oh, light bulb. And so now I'm able to come up with an SCP story, but instead of the SCPs, have them be Pokemon. So I have a few of those pictures, plus a couple extra Pokemon that I know are super creepy and their backstories are kind of fucked up. Maybe I'll add more, we'll see. There's like 1,000 Pokemon. I know a lot of them have like creepy shit entitled to like their Pokedex entries or whatever. But yeah. So basically what I had planned for it was, I don't know if I want the title to be just called the Pokemon Foundation, kind of like SCP Foundation, or have it be called Hide and Seek. Or I might just make maybe another separate story contributing to it. Maybe have I don't know. We'll see. I haven't fully figured out yet, but basically the story description is that there was a great plague that invaded the Pokemon world, and the world hasn't been the same since. There's been a lot of people, thousands of Pokemon people have died, but most of those Pokemon have turned awful, into mutants, turned into these creatures that kill everything and everyone in sight. So what I have Officer Jenny and her police squad doing is that they capture these Pokemons and throw them and lock them away in a professor's lab. And then from there, I have all the professors and Nurse Joy try to figure out what the hell happened to these Pokemon, and if the side effects or if the effects of the plague is irreversible, so these Pokemon can go back to normal, and if there's a cure. And then there's like, you know, years after the plague happened, all these Pokemon get caught. Officer Jenny and like her squad is still trying like to go around the world trying to catch all these Pokemon that have been turned into evil creatures, while construction people fix what's been destroyed and people try to get on with their lives and whatnot. And then I'm gonna have my own character move to the town and work with the professors to try and figure out what happened to these Pokemon and if they can figure out how to help them. But then I want that to be like, there's gonna be a massive blackout, and the electricity to the place that powers the lab. So basically there's going to be a massive blackout, which, massive blackout where the electricity that holds all these Pokemon mutants, they're able to escape and roam free, And now my character's only chance is to either run and get the hell out, or hide and see if you can find some help, or fight. Either try to figure out if there's a cure and or kill them without them killing you first. So I added, like, there's gonna be like my own character, and of course Officer Jenny, Nurse Joy, all the professors, and then probably add just pretty much Ash and everyone he's traveled with, or just like the main characters or the main two other people that he's traveled with, so like Brock, Misty, Dawn, Tracy, Serena, Clement, Bonnie, and all of them, and I might just kill them off, which is going to be pretty funny to do. And then I came up with the a certain Pokemon that once they capture you, certain shit happens. So I have Parasect, which will stick its parasitic tongue into your spine, which will drain you from all your fluids. And I have Dragonite, which will overpower you with its strength and knock you into the walls and drive its hand either into your stomach or your heart, and ripping it out and feasting upon it. Of course, I can't fucking spell for shit. And then I have Slowbro, which has acidic spit and nails used to either paralyze the victim and slowly feast upon you while you're still alive, but you can't move, and yet you can feel everything that he does. You just can't do anything about it, so you're kind of there to suffer. Then I have Omastar, which has poisonous tentacles and sharp teeth. One bite and sting from it will slowly make you unconscious, unable to move, while Omastar feeds upon you till you're nothing but bone. And then I have Muck, who's poisonous to the touch. One touch and you slowly start to burn from the inside out. Antidote will be an unknown, and how long, maybe 20 minutes tops until you die. I still gotta figure out like the full layout of like an SCP sheet. Kind of like, oh, you go around and you find the power's out, so you gotta go find a flashlight, and of course like backup batteries, and you're gonna find all these notes, and it'll tell you like, oh, what this certain SCP Pokemon does. Pretty much the SCP is SCP and like the number of the Pokédex it is. So Muck is number 89, Haunter's 93, and then if there's like antidotes, and then there's gonna be key cards, of course, like in the game SCP Foundation. So it's gonna be kind of based on that. And then I guess you just gotta figure out how to either hide from them or kill them. Figure out how to kill them without them killing you. And you find like bandages and stuff like that. And then there's Haunter, which is poisonous lick, can kill you while it digs into your flesh with its sharp claws while you're still alive, but you can't feel a thing while you slowly slip away from blood loss. Poliwrath has sharp claws and feet, will jab into you as fast as hard as it can, and then will shove your head into its mouth and slowly start chewing upon you. Lickitung will shove its parasitic tongue down your throat, which will drain you from the inside out while you pretty much choke on it. And then Duskull will slowly start to suffocate you with its cloak and bandages, making you slowly become the new Duskull. You scream and wither as you try to pull them away, but it's far too strong to resist, so you don't die, you just eternally suffer till you no longer feel pain, and let it alone know that you're human. It's funny because I actually read that from the creepypasta that I just read a while ago for a YouTube video. Pretty creepy, but gave me the idea for that. And then I have Gengar, which will stalk you from the shadows, and then once it catches you, it'll stab you with its sharp claws before chewing off your head. Cacturne, it'll stalk you, and once you're captured, it'll squeeze you from behind, stabbing its sharp horns into your body. The more you struggle, the harder it'll squeeze, and then it'll make you slowly bleed to death. And then Bayonet will continuously search for the one who abandoned it. Once it finds you, it's consumed by rage and anger, and if you're caught, it'll sew your mouth shut, rip off your limbs one by one, and sewing either new limbs that it found or something along that line, but it'll make you what Bayonet is, which is nothing but a lifeless doll. So this is pretty much what I have as far as like the layout. I definitely do gotta go like more into depth with it, but yeah.